This video is going to look at the income statement. So if you recall from CP Accounting, the income statement looks at the revenues and expenses and figures out if the company has a net income or a net loss. Okay? Remember, more revenue than expenses. If we have more revenue than we do expenses, we have a net income, also known as a net profit, and introducing a new word as earnings. That's what we're going to call it, okay? And if our expenses are greater than our revenues, we have a net loss. Okay, so for this income statement here, we have the revenues and expenses of Chickadee Travel Service for the year ended April 30th, 2012 are listed below. So we have our fees earned, miscellaneous expense, office expense, and wages expense. So if you recall, we always have our title, name of the company, name of the statement, and we are going to fill in, we're going to be doing for the year ended, which is different than we've done before because we used to have done the month ended. So for the year ended April 30th, 2012, we're going to start with our revenues, which are fees earned, and that's going to be in the amount of $263,200. Everything has been pre-formatted for you. Dollar signs, commas, and all that stuff is going to come right in, okay? We then are going to list our expenses. So our first expense we have is our miscellaneous expense in the amount of $12,950. We then have an office expense in the amount of $63,000. And finally, wages expense in the amount of $131,000, $131,700. I struggled with that one. All right. Total expenses. I want you to be using formulas here, okay? So we're going to do our auto sum. And then we're going to highlight the cells that we'd like to auto sum. Okay, so for total expenses, we want to add all of those up. Press enter. Little green is going to say that the formula, Excel doesn't think it's correct, but we know that it's correct. So we're just going to ignore that. And then to calculate net income, we're going to start with an equal sign because all formulas in Excel begin with an equal sign. We will then take the fees earned and we will back out our expenses. And we find that we have a net income of $555,000. Let's try that again. $55,550. Clearly, I need more coffee this morning.